Have you lost your key fobs? Have you damaged your key fobs? Do you have new key fobs that need programmed, and you have a vehicle that requires either a locksmith or taking it to the dealership? Well, this is a video for you, because I'm in that boat. Unfortunately, I have a vehicle that does require a programmer, which usually you have to go through a locksmith or go to the dealership, and it's several $100s. It was $300 for the dealership to do it, $200 for the locksmith, and I think the cheapest I could get was $189 for another locksmith if I drove my vehicle to the locksmith to do it. The programmer that I purchased that should allow me to do this myself was only $69 on Amazon. So we're going to go ahead and unbox it and show you what it is and see if it works. Comes with a key fob, a key ring, and this is the OBD programmer. Here's the OBD programmer that you plug into your car. And so here's some directions. Read through these instructions here with you. Programming instructions, frequently asked questions. All right, so important notes. Before operating this equipment, please read these instructions carefully, paying particular attention to safety warnings and cautions. Failure to use this product correctly may result in damage and make the remote control unsuitable for the vehicle. All currently programmed and new remotes must be reprogrammed to your vehicle. Please have all remotes in hand at time of programming. You must have at least one of original keys or fobs for programming process. Only the original functions of the remote control can be used on the new key. So in other words, whatever your old key does is the only features you'll have, regardless of the buttons on the new key. The key doesn't add remote features that your vehicle doesn't have before. The vehicle allows add up to 4 total remotes. Do not use the programmer while the vehicle is in motion. Unplug it from the OBD port before driving the vehicle. An alarm will sound reminding you to remove it after 5 minutes. All right, so programming instructions. Instructions have timing requirements. If you wait too long between steps, your vehicle's computer may time out, requiring you to start over. Once plugging the programmer in, you will have 2 minutes to program all new and existing remotes to the vehicle. So be ready after you plug in that OBD programmer. Step 1. Enter vehicle and close all doors. Did that. Step 2, insert key into ignition and turn to on position. Do not start the engine. So have my valet key here, whatever you want to call it. Put it in, turn it to the on position. Step 3, we're just going to read through the steps first before we do it, and then we'll do it. Step 3, insert programmer into vehicle's onboard diagnostics port, OBD port, which, if you don't know what that is, it's under the steering wheel. It's like around where the hood button is. It's somewhere like right here under the dash. I'll show it to you in a second. And it's the same port that mechanics use for, for like figuring out why your engine light's on, that kind of thing. So, and it just basically plugs in to that, okay? But before we do it, we're going to read through all the steps. Step 4, press and hold the lock and unlock button simultaneously for 15 seconds on the remote or until you hear a beep from the vehicle. Note, your vehicle may or may not provide feedback, such as the door lock cycling, a message on the dashboard, or a chime. So you may not get a beep, but it's telling you to basically hold down the lock and unlock together for 15 seconds. Then step 5, perform step 4 for all additional remotes. So then after you hear the beep, or after 15 seconds of holding down the lock and unlock, then you would get your other key fob, and you would do the same thing until you hear the beep or whatever, or 15 seconds. Then step 6, when all remotes have been added, turn off the ignition and unplug the programmer. Step 7, test each remote. If remotes were not programmed successfully, repeat the process from step 1. All right, guys, so the OBD is just under here. For my vehicle, it's right here. You can see kind of where that is. So, all right, guys, so we're in the vehicle. First step, insert the key, which we've already done. We need to turn it to the on position. So 1, 2, okay. Then we need to insert the programmer, which is this guy. We need to turn the music off. And we need to insert this guy. Now remember, once we plug this in, we gotta do it. There's a light that came on. It's green. There's the beep. So it says remote learning active. Okay. Then press the lock and unlock keys simultaneously for 15 seconds. Or until we hear the beep or whatever. Turn off the ignition and unplug the programmer. All right, moment of truth, guys. Let's see what happens here. Let's try the unlock. Oh yeah. Let's try the lock. Yep, we're good there. Now, what I wonder is, will the remote start work? There we go. Wow. Save yourself like several $100s, guys, doing this.